Well, unfortunately, starting off with some bad news, everybody. This is me, Mr. Martell. Sincere, got some very bad news. My caseworker had called me due to landlord's so-called supposedly mistake, quotes, mistake, per se. And here's the problem going on. Let me close the window because I know it's a little windy because it's getting stuffy in here. And I never like starting on a bad note, but I have to literally have to hang up on my so-called caseworker. Told me there's nothing he can do when I told him this apartment that I'm living in is screwing me around, jerking me around. Supposedly they're mistakes, but somehow every few months is always an issue. Like, well, of course, like supposedly not reporting my income, which I always report my income. I report my bank statements. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time here, I don't know if Social Security is still open or closed. They say they're supposed to be open, but I don't buy anything on the internet, so it's like I had to check and see if they open today. And so yeah, they told me to use my bank statement since I can't get a hold of Social Security because Social Security literally don't answer their calls anymore. So what to do? Make a long story short, though, basically there was a so-called mistake on the landlord part. I live in a government, low-income government HUD house and all that. You always gotta report your income, which I always do for since 2011 due to a house fire. All of a sudden, it was never a problem with paying rent or anything. But for the last, probably since this pandemic going on, and it hardly be in the offices or anything, or they switch up their office hours. So yeah, there's nothing but mistakes out there on their part, And I've been shown pay stubs, bank statements. If Social Security back open, I have to show paperwork and all that. I ain't gonna discuss that because people are insensitive. I usually, just since it is a place of business, it affects my income, it affects my livelihood. For 6 months since due to my injury, and let me show you some. I'm thankful to be walking, but let me show you some. Let me make this much clearer. Sorry for messing with where. I apologize. Yeah, that's the boot I was in for probably this long. Then I got my foot brace, so I've been on that for probably most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I have been on crutches. I haven't worked since November due to my injury. I have not worked since then. And somehow, since while I was injured, they increased my rent 3 times. Literally 3 times. So went from 317 to 423 in the course of 6 months. Suppose I didn't report my income, which we all know that's a lie. Cause I got a whole closet full of paperwork. I got a ledger for them. I had to go to school and also take care of utilities and all that. I gotta go to school today to deal with this issue now. The apartment keep charging me late fees and stuff I never saw before. And trust me, I never not once missed paying a payment here. But as soon as this so-called new management came in a couple years ago, also it's all number issues with payment, fees and all that. Eviction notice twice. I got eviction notice, and they started increasing my rent ever since. I said, but they using this pandemic as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time they don't answer phone calls or emails and all that, which they just notify me when I have to take care of some paperwork with them. And all of a sudden, this is a mistake. You shouldn't have to worry. I do have to worry because, well, when you increase my rent, you increase, you know what I'm saying? Especially I had to go physical therapy 2 days a week. Then I'm going to school 2 days a week. So probably 4 days out of the week, I'm being gone. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So all the whole week I mostly is gone besides one day or nights, you know what I'm saying? And they do send these weird letters to me, you know what I'm saying? I usually don't talk about personal things on here, but this is the reason I'm forced to come to social media because, well, they screwing me around, you know what I'm saying? They affected my way to make an honest income. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do, so that's why I had to turn to TikTok and social media because I'm dealing with landlord nonsense and I'm dealing with the economy here is garbage. I live in the fire at will state or right to work state. y'all like to call it. I call it fire at will state for no apparent reason, you know. And I ain't got no record, so I went in the school that I'm in. You got to have a clean record, you know what I'm saying? Since I got a clean record, you know, it's ironic. And I got an exam coming up this Friday and all that, you know. I'm just mad. I'm mad that the system failed. You know, failed me. The American government and system failed me. Like, seriously, American government failed me. You know. And I'm trying to better myself every day, you know, inside and outside school, and inside, outside, what I do, you know what I'm saying? So, this is my life, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, like, better myself, but it seems like American government don't care. I find funny American government can care about everybody else around the world, but it's up its own people, you know what I'm saying? And someone asked me, a few people don't do get food stamps. The last time I'm going to share a little story with that. The last time I officially had food stamps was back in 2015, a year after my dad passed. You know how much I was getting so-called in food stamps for barely a few months? $20. 20 lousy dollars. And they stop anywhere. I wouldn't want $20. You can't do crap with $20. You literally cannot do crap with $20. So food stamps is a joke. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put people out by no elderly friend. You know, I'm not going to put his business out. That's not my style. But with a conviction, somehow you get $200-$300 in food stamps. But yeah, I don't have no record, no felony, nothing. I'm a hard-working, tax-paying citizen, you know. I do pay my taxes. Somehow, I can't even get help from the government, you know. I was very fortunate due to the house, but it took a circumstance to get me here, you know, like a house fire. It really wasn't ironic for the house fire would be homeless, so, yeah. There was extremes, I didn't have no choices, either that or go homeless, you know. And funny, the so-called disability program, work programs, like Ohio with Disabilities is a joke. They failed me for 15 years, you know. They literally had failed me. They part of the government, too. Like, they refuse to help me with jobs. If they feel like it, you know, the only thing to do, I give them this. They take care of the resume. And they take care of, as a work clothes. If they feel like it. If they feel like it, or if they do have so-called leads, so they give me the most crummiest job possible, you know, or not around the bus route. You know, I'm unfortunately still catching the bus because the economy here is garbage, you know what I'm saying? And I now have useless caseworkers. So it's like, I have to argue my caseworker says, so, okay, there's nothing you can do, so why are you wasting my time? You know, he did help out a few times with the food, but I just hung up on him. You know, I'd say, hey, if you're not going to help me, you're wasting my time. And I feel so disrespected. I feel scammed and screwed, you know. My main goal with TikTok and social media as a whole is Mr. Martell. Seriously, get out of debt, get out of poverty. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally don't get no help. So that's the reason why I'm making this video. And I'm sorry it's a little bit long-winded and all that, but it is for what it is. I'm not receiving no help. Besides my disability, that's only it. And most of that ate up by literally the ledgers, late fees, and all that. Utilities, rent utilities, and all that. Yeah. It eats me up. Anyways, y'all take it easy. Thank y'all for watching. Mr. Martell is out.